up guys, it's your girl Tumi and I'm back again with another YouTube video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you 5 exercises you need to be doing in order to snatch that waist and give you the sexiest back ever. So if you guys find this video helpful, please be sure to give me a thumbs up because it really inspires me to produce more content like this. Now, I know that not everyone is blessed with a naturally tiny waist or that whole hourglass figure 8 shape. But the good news is that building your back muscles can actually give you the illusion of a smaller waist. I want you guys to picture a bodybuilder. They're usually shaped like an X, literally like this. And that's because they have a wide back, really thick thighs, which gives them the illusion of a tiny waist. And that's the goal that we're trying to achieve here. My goal is that at the end of this video, you guys will be confident and fully equipped with all the tools you need to achieve that physique. So without further ado, let's jump to exercise 1. Our first exercise is the lat pull down, and this is one of my favorite exercises for back day. It's really popular and it's going to target our lat muscles, okay, right here. So first things first, we're going to adjust the knee pad because we want to make sure it's snug against our thighs. And you're going to adjust it by pulling the knob out here and placing it at a level that keeps your feet planted on the ground, because naturally when you do a lat pull down, your body automatically wants to jump up, right? So we're going to prevent that by having this firmly placed against our thighs. The next thing we're going to want to do is grab onto the bar handles. And with this exercise, your grip is super important. You're going to hold on to the bar with an overhand grip, keeping your hands wider than shoulder width apart. I want you to keep your thumbs out. I don't want you to use your thumb to hold on, because when you do this, you're going to be engaging your biceps and you're going to be engaging your forearms. Yes, your biceps do work during a lat pull down, but we want to ensure that we are pulling with our elbows and working the lat muscles, not our biceps. Okay, so back to the grip. Overhand grip, wide, and then sit. Now, once you're in this seated position, we need to retract our shoulders. To retract your shoulders, you're going to bring them back and down, okay? This is your natural starting position, but you don't want to do this, otherwise this is what it's going to look like. When you retract your shoulders, you're going to engage your lats, which makes the exercise more effective, okay? Once your shoulders are retracted, you're going to find that your chest is up. I don't want you leaning all the way here. You're going to sit somewhere in between, okay? Keep your chest up and then pull the bar towards your chest with your elbows. Avoid using momentum, okay? We don't just want to swing. As you can see, this is momentum. It needs to be slow and controlled. Squeeze the shoulder blades at your back, squeeze your back, and then release upwards. As you can see, my back muscles are engaged. I'm using my elbows, pulling down. I've chosen a weight that's not too heavy so that I can fully engage that back. So our next exercise is going to be a pull-up. And I know a lot of us ladies struggle with this exercise, but don't worry, that's why we have modifications. So if you're a beginner, we're going to work with the pull-up machine. If you're more advanced, maybe intermediate, then you can use resistance bands. And if you're an athlete, you're advanced, then feel free and do it with your body weight. But for the purpose of this exercise, we're going to be using the pull-down machine. The first thing we're going to do is adjust the weight on the machine. So I'm going to take it all the way from here to 85 pounds. If the weight feels too easy, I need you to reduce it. And if the weight feels too heavy, I need you to increase it. Now, I know that sounds really confusing, guys, but I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. The next thing we want to do is unlock the bench, okay, by releasing it until you hear this lock. Now, back to the weight issue, let me demonstrate what I was talking about. I've set the weight to something really light, and you're going to see that as soon as I get on the bench, I sink in, right? Because there's less resistance, which means I need to use more of my body weight, and that makes it a lot harder to do, right? Now, on the other hand, I've set the weight to something really heavy, and I'm going to show you what happens. it's so heavy that I can't even pull myself up. Like, I can't perform this exercise. And that's why it's important to set the weight to something that's appropriate, something that matches your strength level. So let's get back to actually performing this exercise. You're going to grab onto the handles, okay? As you can see, there are different handles. You can either use a wide grip or you can use a narrow grip. I'm going to show you what it looks like with a wide grip, okay? You're not going to start in this position, okay? You always want to start with your shoulders retracted, keep your core tight, your chest up, and then pull up and squeeze, and slowly release back down, okay? Now pull, squeeze those back muscles, and go back down. Okay, our next exercise is the barbell row, and there's different ways you can perform this. You can either do this with an overhand grip, so with your hands on the bar, or you can do it with an underhand grip, also known as a reverse grip. Personally, I prefer the reverse grip, so that's what I'm going to be showing you for the purpose of this video. You're going to start by standing right in front of the barbell, okay? Don't stand too far back. You're going to keep your feet hip width apart, and then the next thing you're going to do is bend while keeping your back straight. Make sure you don't round. Keep your back straight and grab onto the bar, okay? We're going to lift it all the way up into a straight position, okay? You want to keep your hands a little closer than shoulder width apart. So you don't want your hands to be spread out way too far. And the next thing you're going to do is bend, just like you're about to do a deadlift, but you want to keep the bar away from you, okay? Once you're in this position, I want you to pull the bar towards your stomach, but you're going to pull with your elbows, just like this, okay? Make sure you're pulling with your elbows. Keep that core tight and keep your back straight all through this movement. I don't want to see you because at that point you're doing a completely different exercise. Wait, I hope you guys are not waiting for me to show you ab exercises, because I'm sure by the title of this video, you must have assumed that we're going to be doing some sexy, cute ab workouts. But I'm sorry to burst your bubble, guys. We're only attacking our backs. And let me tell you that this is what you need to get that hourglass physique. So trust me on this one. I never used to be a fan of training my upper body, but once I started to train my back, and I started to see how my physique transformed, it's just been a game changer. So ladies, please don't be scared. Train your back and let's get those gains. Over to our next exercise, the seated cable row. And we're going to start by adjusting our weights as usual, okay? Now, once you have your weight set, you're going to sit with an upright back. Place your feet on the bench or place your feet on the pad. When you're doing this exercise, you never want to keep your feet completely extended. You always want to keep your feet soft, okay? So make sure those feet are slightly bent. Now grab onto the handle, okay? As always, with any back exercise, you want to keep your back retracted. So keep them down and back. To begin, you're going to slightly bend forward and then pull to your chest and make sure you're squeezing those shoulder blades, okay? Squeeze the shoulder blades. A more common way of doing this exercise is by keeping your back in one position. So remember, in the last clip, you saw me going into a forward lean, but that's because I just wanted to get a bigger stretch in the muscle. If you don't want to do this, then just keep your back straight. Again, retract those muscles and then pull with your elbows and pull. Okay, however, I prefer to go deeper into it and then pull. Okay guys, we are now down to our last exercise, and it's going to be the barbell good morning. This is quite different because it's going to target our lower back as well as our glutes, but that's just an added benefit. Okay, we're really focusing on our back today, but you will feel this in your glutes for sure. So as you can see, I've placed a barbell on top of my back. It's resting on my shoulders. I have an overhand grip. You're going to stand hip width apart, and the next thing you're going to do is bend, but you're bending by pushing your hips back. Okay, so I'm in a starting position which is straight. I'm going to bend, and as I'm bending, I'm keeping a neutral spine, so I'm keeping my back straight. The goal is to push all the way down till you can feel the stretch in your hamstrings or your glutes, and then come back up. Okay, so you're just going to do that for as many reps as you can. And that's a wrap for today's video, guys. Honestly, after legs, my back is one of my favorite muscle groups to train. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, please be sure to give me a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Remember, I believe in you. You are stronger than you think, and I'll see you in my next one.